I am Justin Warner, and this is Eat the Universe. I am so pumped because Eat the Universe is our food show. So what is a Marvel food show like? Well, you are about to see. Essentially, what we do is we create food that's inspired by all of the characters within the Marvel universe. And to do that, because I am just one lonely chef, we generally need some help from our sous chefs. Introducing today, the man, the myth, the legend, Darryl Mcdaniels of DMC. I cannot believe this is
Hello. Here you go, that's for you.
Oh my goodness. Look, you know how to get a crowd going, and that's to give away stuff.
Yes.
Welcome. Oh my God.
Good morning. How y'all doing? What's going on? All right.
Are you pumped?
Yes.
All right.
DMC is in the place to be.
New York City is indeed the place to be, and it is going to be the place that inspires our dish today. And we're going to talk about some of the heroes that are in New York, most notably Queens' very own Spider-Man.
Yes, yes.
And also you are Queens' very own.
I'm from Queens. The reason why I shouted out Queens on all of my records, it's not to rep the hood. It wasn't about repping the hood. When I was a little kid, Marvel was my whole life. And when I found out that Spider-Man Peter Parker lived in Queens, and I lived in Queens, it was over.
Oh, man.
That's why I'm DMC from Hollis, Queens. Kings from Queens come Kings. My name is Darryl Mack, I live in Queens. My name is Darryl Mcdaniels, I live in Queens. It wasn't because of Queens. It was because Peter Parker lives in Queens.
Wow, why am I here? This is amazing.
That was a secret to some of those rhymes.
Oh man, I'm so impressed. Speaking of giving away stuff, just like you graced us all with those incredible rhymes,
yes,
we have stuff. But it involves your participation. You see, just like when great power comes with great responsibility,
yes,
with great baking comes great measuring. And so when it's time to measure something in our New York-inspired dish, we'd like to hear it. Measure it. Measure it. Measure it. Measure it. The louder we hear this, the more chances you have of getting these pretty sick measuring cups and spoons. But also, we have some signature swag. Hats, my friends. These are not just any hat. They are Eat the Universe New Era snapback hats. My hat.
Eat the Universe.
I know, pretty exciting, right?
Yes.
All right, so without further ado, do you want to get started on this dish?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
So
we got to measure it to make sure it fits.
Absolutely.
That rhymes.
Yes, indeed.
Measure it, make sure it fits. Measure it, make sure it fits. All right.
All right, so today we're going to make a cheesecake because I think that there are plenty of iconic New York foods, but I think New York cheesecake just has a ring to it.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And also,
way better than New York pizza. Even though pizza has cheese,
right?
No, cheesecake rules.
But you can freestyle a pizza. You don't have to measure it as much for a pizza.
That's true, that's true.
Fair.
So with the cheesecake, you have to get it right.
You got to get it right. Otherwise, there will be no cake at all.
Exactly.
All right, so for our crust of our cheesecake, we're not going to do a normal graham cracker crust. We're going to do a bagel crust.
That's very innovative.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
That's like picking a sample for a hip-hop song that nobody has used.
Oh, man.
That's brilliant.
Does that even happen anymore?
No, it doesn't even happen anymore. They don't even do that in hip-hop anymore.
So what I've done is I chopped up some bagels. I put them in a food processor to...
New York City bagels.
Indeed. You see what I'm doing here.
I'm noticing.
And then I gave them a little toast to make them dry. Essentially what we're doing is staling them, but that doesn't sound appetizing, does it?
No,
not at all.
We just made them dry.
So we need exactly 2 cups. Would you like to do the honors?
2 cups.
2 cups is all the way to the top.
All the way to the top.
So we need to... Your cadence is off, guys. Oh my God. And you can use your hands.
Huh?
All right, great. So while he's measuring it, what I'm going to do is measure out 2 tablespoons of sugar.
To the top? That's a lot. Wow.
Yeah, you can just keep going. It's fine.
Keep going, keep going.
Great. So in the bowl here, I've got some melted butter. I already measured it.
The Master J used to do.
Yeah. Wow, we got some reverb now all of a sudden?
1, 2, 1, 2.
I mean, this is incredible. Okay, so now that that's mixed up, we're going to use our measuring cup not to measure. Yes, it's a multitasker.
Okay.
We're going to pop this into a greased and lined springform pan.
Freestyle.
Indeed. Scrape that into there.
Scrape it in, scrape it off.
And then we're going to use the measuring cup to tamp that down in there. Go for it. I know you can do it.
Use the measuring cup to tamp that down. I like that word. Tamp. Say it with me. Tam.
Tam.
Don't that sound good?
That's beautiful.
Oh, good.
You nailed it. See how easy that
Wow.
was? Good. This is going to go into our oven
I got skills, y'all.
for, I don't know, 7 minutes or so.
So you put it in the oven 7 minutes.
Absolutely.
That's like the song 7 Minutes of Funk. We're so in tune here.
How did we know?
Doom, 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 doom. I don't know if y'all know hip hop beats. That song is called 7 Minutes of Funk. So we put it in the oven for 7 minutes, like 7 minutes of funk.
Indeed.
Because that's how you eat the universe.
Thank you. Well
Because you
said.
got to bake it to eat it, right? Yeah, it makes sense.
I am so very pleased that you're here right now.
Well, thank you, thank you. And you really should be a DJ, man.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
this is like being a DJ.
You know, actually, it's like slang in kitchens is to call the dishwasher DJ. Because they're like,
it's all connected.
All right, check it out. Now it's time for our filling. So for the filling, we're going to use cream cheese.
Cream cheese for cheesecake.
Yes.
That makes sense.
And I have a lot of it in there. I think it's about 4 pounds.
What? That's what 4 pounds of
Maybe it's
cheese
2
look
pounds.
like?
Who knows?
Wow.
I didn't measure it. I just opened it up.
You could work out with that.
Right? All right, so now I'm going to use this thing. This is called a rasp grater. Do you ever rap
A
too long?
rasp grater?
And you get the rasp?
Yeah.
Yeah?
A rasp.
All right, so we've got
Like
some
a
lime
raspy
zest.
voice.
Indeed.
We are using that sounds so scientific, right? That sounds like something Tony Stark would say. We have to use the rasp grater.
Yeah. What we need is a rasp
To take
grater.
us back in time.
All right,
so we
we've
can
done
find the time stone.
Oh, man. Guys, I found it. All right, now I need
He found it.
1 teaspoon of vanilla.
1 teaspoon of vanilla.
And you know, yes. Yes. Do you want to measure it?
I'll measure it.
All right, great. You have to have steady hands. And then just dump it in there.
Dump it right in there.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
All right, now
What's
we've got
next?
a 1 cup container of sour cream.
1 cup of sour cream.
I already measured it. Great, look
We
at
already
that.
measured it to make sure it fit.
Beautiful.
Doing
Well,
a great job
in
there,
theory,
too.
if you're a good cook, you're supposed to like scrape every little bit out.
Yes.
But most good cooks don't have a 22-minute timer.
Is it true that when you cook, the most skilled cooks, as they cook, they wash the dishes? Or
Oh,
do
yeah.
they let them pile up?
Yeah, I have a little DJ down here who's actually doing
That's
it for us right
doing
now.
Wash
Yeah.
the dishes.
All right, so I've got this locked into place. I am going to slowly mix this together.
Slowly mix it together.
It's a down-tempo jam, if you will.
The down tempo. All right, and not up tempo, down tempo.
Exactly. All right, so we've got that mixing around. I'm very excited about this. Sometimes I think this stand mixer looks like a Dr. Ock arm, you know? Like, look at this thing. Like, doesn't that look like one of those, like, tentacly
Yes,
ends,
yes.
you know?
Dr.
All right.
Ock is a great cook.
Guys, save that for when we release the products that no spoilers. All right, here we go, guys.
Doc
there we
Ock
go.
is a great cook because he can multitask.
All right, now I'm adding
Dang,
just
right?
a 1/4 cup of AP flour.
Of what flour?
AP flour.
AP flour.
It's not advanced placement flour. It's not the
Oh,
Peter Parker
okay,
of flours.
okay.
It's like all-purpose flour.
All-purpose flour.
Indeed.
For many purposes
Indeed.
that
So,
all of us have.
do you want to measure out the sugar? You
This is
rhyme
the
so
sugar.
sweet. It's one of these and one of these.
A rhyme so sweet to the funky beat. So one of these
Yeah, just perfect, man.
and dump it in.
Go to town.
Up.
Beautiful.
Oh, gotta put a little extra more.
I love it. You know, part of being a superhero and
Yes.
part of being a cook is like agility, nimbleness.
Yes,
yeah?
to be nimble. Yes.
Do you have to be nimble when you're like on the track?
You have to be nimble on a microphone.
Right.
Yes. Like Bruce Lee.
You got to adapt?
You have to adapt.
All right, here we go. Guys, this is looking so fluffy, so creamy, so delicious. I am very excited. All right, now I'm going to use
Looking
this thing.
really good in there, too.
If you guys have ever been to another Eat the Universe panel, at one time we gave away a spatula, but that's not the panel. So we've got that. We're scraping down the sides. I'm really not a very good baker.
Spatula, not Dracula.
Oh, wow.
Spectacular.
That was really impressive.
Little rhyme.
Man, you're making life so easy. Now, in theory, we're going to add these eggs one at a time. I'm terrible at this.
Okay.
All right. Guys, it's going to get real Spider-Man-y very soon. I promise you. Who's pumped about this?
Add the eggs.
Yeah, one at a time.
One at a time.
Yeah, I don't know why they say to do that. I do know why they say to do it. I just like refuse to believe that I can't chuck the eggs in there.
All at once, right?
Yeah,
it's still the same way. They're all going the same place, right down to the stomach.
With great baking comes great mundane baking steps.
Yes, yes.
Like adding the eggs one at a time. But if you want great cheesecake, you got to do it. All right, look at this. Who's excited about that?
Wow. It is an exquisite work of art.
All right. Now that the track is over, we've got our crust. Ooh, how do you guys feel about that?
Crust is a must.
Are you familiar with the acronym GBD?
GBD. Get better.
Golden brown and delicious.
Oh, golden brown and delicious.
Right?
GBD.
So yeah, that's where we are there.
GBD.
And that's
DMC.
where I like to live. All right. This could get messy. But you know, being a superhero, going around the streets of New York,
yes,
it also gets messy.
Would
you like to wield the spatula?
Very messy. Now, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, just fill it up.
Just like that?
Yeah, I trust you. Like I said, there's no wrong way to do this.
This is teamwork here, y'all.
I'm very impressed.
We're working like the Avengers. You must work together.
Right? You've teamed up with so many people.
Yes, one of the most infamous team-ups is with Aerosmith.
Right, I know.
When we told the world to walk this way.
Right, and you were like in a video game.
Yeah, we was in a video, yes, yep.
I believe some people would say hashtag goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm very impressed. All right, let's grab this side over here. Oh man, you're killing it. All right.
That's good?
Yeah. This is coming together so nice.
Oh, that looks so good.
All right, so you told us that you grew up with comics and like idolizing and being so excited about all the Marvel heroes.
Yeah, Marvel was amazing because Stan Lee was a genius, rest in peace. He put the superheroes really in New York City. So every time I read a Marvel comic book, it was real to me.
Right, it was in your big backyard.
I saw the Lower East Side, I saw Hell's Kitchen, I saw Harlem. I saw, one time when I was little, we was going over the 59th Street Bridge, right? And I'm in the back seat with my mother, and my mother's father, and my father always thought it was crazy because I would only read comic books. But I was a good student because I was reading every day. But teachers would give me back my comic books because they notice if the kid is reading, oh, if he does it every day, he's going to be a good student. So I was a straight A student, always on the honor roll.
You hear that?
So we're going over the 59th Street Bridge, yes. So let the kids read the comic books because it will help them excel in school. So we're going over the 59th Street Bridge.
DMC for president, man.
And I'm in the back seat, and I start hyperventilating. And I'm going, and my mother's turning around. She was a nurse. She was so worried. Oh, my God, what's the matter? Listen, my father, I told you the boy's crazy. He's reading all those comic books. So they screaming at me, what's the matter, what's the matter? And I look at them, I said, it does exist. It's real. It's not a fantasy. It's not make-believe. And my father, boy, what are you talking about? When I saw the Roosevelt Island tram thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I only saw it in Spider-Man books.
Right.
But when I really saw it, it like really blew my mind. So Marvel created a universe that wasn't really make-believe. It really existed. Stan Lee and Marvel created a monster. The Incredible Hulk is incredible. Iron Man is invincible. Thor is mighty. And Spider-Man, Peter Parker from Queens Like Me is amazing, which made Darryl Mcdaniels become the devastating mic controller. It's all because of Marvel.
Wow. That's quite an origin story, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
very
how
impressed.
it all began.
All right, so we're gonna put this cheesecake into a water bath. What does that mean? We're gonna kind of put it into a pan that has literally like a water bath in it.
Oh.
And that's gonna keep it from overcooking. We're gonna put it in the oven once.
Don't want to overcook.
Exactly. Once the oven has done its thing.
How long does it cook for?
Oh, sometime. Like
Sometime.
45 minutes, hour.
Which could be like a minute if you go through the time machine.
Exactly,
Okay,
absolutely.
Got it, yes.
So once it's done, we're gonna crack the oven door and we're gonna let it cool in there. This is one of the biggest steps that people don't do with cheesecake. You gotta let it cool in the oven and
take it
crack
out
the
the
door.
oven.
Don't take it out.
Crack the oven, let it cool.
You gotta be gradual about this.
Exactly.
You know? All right, so this is where it's gonna get super Spider-Man-y super quick. Are you pumped?
Yes.
All right, great.
Very.
I'm going to step right over here. And so here's what we're gonna do. I feel like right now we're kind of making the Peter Parker of cheesecakes.
The Peter Parker of cheesecakes.
Now I want to pivot and I want to make the Miles Morales of cheesecakes.
Oh, we're gonna make a Miles Morales cheesecake. Put a little
Do we have any Miles
flavor
fans
in
out there? Now all of a sudden, you guys see why it's not just New York that we're using bagels. It's because this is one of Miles' favorite weapons. That's actually a little hard.
Beat him down with the bagel.
Right? So Miles is partially of Puerto Rican descent,
Yes,
so I wanted
yes.
to bring some island flavor to this with some guava juice.
Gotta have a flavor with the guava.
I absolutely love guava. Here, in science, it's better to waft.
To get
Right.
the effervescence of it.
Indeed.
Yes.
Right? It's a pretty pleasant waft, right?
It's very, very pleasant.
But you know, in case some villain were to say put like, I don't know, sulfuric acid rather than just being like,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly, yeah.
So children always waft your unknown vessels. And as you can see, we
Measure it. Measure it.
got 1 cup in here.
1 cup.
Yes. 1 cup. All right. To this,
To this.
to make like an exciting little sheet. Oh, I got to plug this in.
Oh, you have
I'm
to
not like
plug it
Miles
in.
Morales, who has like electrical powers.
Exactly. Gotta plug it up.
Pardon me, bro.
Plug it up.
Entertainment
Plug it
power.
up. Plug it up.
There we go. You like how that was a little foreshadowing? My producers are looking at me like, whoa, you just foreshadowed. All right, so I'm heating this
It
up.
is working. Okay.
Pretty exciting. This actually uses electromagnetic technology. It's an induction burner.
Exactly.
And so we're gonna add to this 1 teaspoon, because
1 teaspoon.
of agar agar. Are you familiar?
1 teaspoon of agar agar.
Agar agar.
Not familiar with it, but it sounds amazing.
So agar agar is a seaweed-derived hydrocolloid, and what this actually does is, as it heats up and then cools,
Agar agar.
the agar kind of disperses itself, and it's like a web bomb.
Oh.
So much so of a web bomb that it will actually solidify this in no time at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not kidding, man.
So that's something Tony Stark came up with, huh?
I mean, I think nature did, but
Oh, nature did. Okay,
I'm
okay.
sure that Stark Technology would like invest
Yeah,
in
He's
an agar
he's
agar
probably trying to
corporation.
figure out how it works and everything.
Great. So things are heating
Agar
up in here.
agar. That's
Yeah.
a great name. What's your name? My name is Agar. What's your last name? Agar.
Right? Maybe that's my rap name. MC Agar Agar? I'm thick. Oh, that's bad. I'm so sorry. Okay, so while this is heating up,
While this is heating up.
you've been hot for some time.
Yes.
What are you working on currently? What did you give that gentleman there?
Oh, that was actually a comic book. I have a graphic novel comic book. By the way, I'm at booth E28. I hope that's the right one, but if you go to E28 and I ain't there, just say hi to the person that's standing there. But about 3 years ago, I started my own comic book company. It's called DMC, Darryl Makes Comics, because that's what I'll be doing.
I love it.
And it's a tribute and a celebration of what makes comic books incredible to every generation.
I'm very
My
impressed.
book, if you're 1 year old, you'll love it. And in my book, if you're 100 million years old, you'll love it. If you're from Earth, if you're from New York City, you'll love it. If you're from outer space, if you're from Mars, if you're from Jupiter, you will love it.
All encompassing.
All encompassing. You know, it's something that I wanted to do with me and my partners. They said, let's do something that I've been doing with my music for the last 35 years with a comic book. And I was like, what's that? Inspire, motivate, educate, and entertain.
I love it. So check it out. I measured it.
Measured it. Measured it.
Exactly 1/4 of a cup.
1/4 of a cup.
To this guy, I'm going to add some red food coloring.
Red food coloring.
I was supposed to measure that, but I didn't. And then to this guy, we will add some black food coloring.
Okay.
All right. Here, give this a little swizzle if you don't mind.
Give it a little swizzle.
And then check this out. Can you see over there?
Swizzle, swizzle.
I like your style.
Swizzle. I'm swizzling over here.
Oh man, look at that. I love it when things work. Can you see that the viscosity has increased?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
All right, great. So now that we've got that all fired up,
Very red.
I'm going to pour this ever so carefully onto this bottom of the springform pan, which coincidentally is the size of our cheesecake. Let's move these darn bagels out of the way so you can see. All right, I want to show
I
you,
noticed
folks,
that.
the benefits of measuring it.
The benefits
Are you
of
nervous?
measuring it, it perfectly fits. Oh, look at that. Oh my God.
Pretty exciting, right?
That's wow.
All right.
That's amazing, like Spider-Man.
I know, thanks.
That's spectacular, like Spider-Man.
Don't hype it up too much because it might actually overflow when
Okay,
we add the
okay.
next part. May I?
Yes, you
Beautiful.
may. There we go. Okay.
That is like some serious symbiote action. Can you
Yes.
see that?
You can't see it?
Maybe they will. Maybe they'll switch it over. Who
I
knows?
swizzled
Can
it
you
the
look
way
at this
that you
good guy
wanted me
right there?
to. Yeah.
You killed it. Can you see this guy? Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's some serious symbiote action. All right, so I'm going to add this to this.
Add this to this.
Yes.
And
this,
you get that.
And get that. And this
This
is a
and
squirt
this
bottle.
and this and
All right. I'm a little nervous about this part.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, here
It's
we
like
go.
a venom squirt or something.
You guys see where we're going with this color scheme? No? All
I didn't
right.
say that.
Here we go.
Well, let us show you.
Okay. Now, this is where the real excitement happens.
Oh.
It's okay if it comes out just a little bit there because we have insurance.
Y'all see where we're going now, right? There we go.
How exciting, right? And so this good guy, we're going to let cool.
Ah.
Is that feeling webby to you?
Yeah, very webby.
Is that feeling spidery to you?
Yes, it is.
Does it match the shirt?
Superhero like Spider-Man.
I know. I'm really excited about this. All right, so we're going to use our Spider-Fan
To
cool this down,
Spider-Man. Doing
right?
everything like a spider can.
to cool this down. And
Cool
once
it
it
down.
cools, and that'll really only take, honestly, by the end of this skit, it'll be cool.
It'll be cool.
Yeah,
It'll
so-
be cool like you.
I wouldn't
You're
go that
very
far.
cool. No, you're a cool brother, I'm
Shucks.
telling you.
Here, I'm upstaging you. I apologize.
Okay.
All right, right this way. Have we given out any of these guys yet? Oh, good. You got them? They're on, they're on, they're on. I love it.
All right.
All right, let's finish this good guy up. I've taken our cheesecake out of the oven. I've released it from the springform pan that confined it. My friends, the indication of a good cheesecake,
Is what?
it jiggles. So when you
Oh.
take it out of the oven after letting it cool,
It jiggles.
it still needs to have a little jiggle.
Jiggle it. Jiggle it. So it has a little jiggle to it.
Indeed. And when this guy has solidified, it's going to look something like that.
Oh.
Pretty exciting, right?
Very exciting.
All right, so now what we need to do, I've got this here, and
You
this
have
is
to
where it
get
could get
that over
dangerous.
there?
Yes. And this is like going to be a high wire act. I'm
We
using
have
a
to
cake
stick
tester.
it to the cheesecake like
Et voila.
Spider-Man sticks to the walls.
I love it when stuff works, and like when you only have one shot to do things. You know, this is really quite scary. Not to you, it would seem. All right, so now we're going to launch this web
I'm going to launch
directly.
the web
We got one shot
with the web shooter
on top
on top.
of our cheesecake.
Ah.
Shucks, guys.
Like Peter Parker, I live in Queens.
All right, very quickly, we need to get our taste testers to the stage.
All right.
And
Taste testers.
before we taste this, I have 2 trivia questions for you because we're down to 2 hats. That means they're very exclusive. So, trivia question number 1 for the hat. What's the name of the comic where all of the spider people from the different universes come together in one universe? Bang, you already have a hat.
Spider-Verse.
Right there, puffy red hair. Yes, you got it.
Spider-Verse.
All right, now I foreshadowed this, so I already gave you half the answer.
Uh-oh.
I want to know, what is a power that Miles has that Peter does not? I'm looking for both.
I know.
I'll take it, I'll take it. It's electrical, I'll take it. Yeah, sure, win.
He said energy blast and invisibility.
That's perfectly fine.
Oh, that's cool.
Tasters, welcome to the stage. We have
Welcome.
just a few minutes left. Are you excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So, my friends, one of the greatest way to cut a cheesecake is with
The web shooter. The web shooter. See, I didn't know that.
It's just dental floss, actually, guys. But dental floss, fishing line, all of the above
Web shooter style.
is a great way to cut a cheesecake. Look at that.
Whoa, look how smooth that is.
I know, like butter, my friend, right?
Wow.
Bang.
That's even better than using a knife.
Right? I know. I'm very pleased,
Wow, that's awesome.
right? I am so excited.
Who came up with that idea to use floss?
Well, I've often used floss and I've often used fishing line,
Fish,
but it was really just before the show that I decided that I would put it onto my arm and then
like
wear it
web
for a
shooter
half hour.
style, yeah, wow.
All right, I'm going to plate this up for the
I
guests.
wonder if Peter Parker went and did that. Let's see what we got going on over here.
The first slice is the messiest, right? I'm going to put it down flat. You want to put a finger on that? Thanks, pal. All right, as I'm passing through here, give a quick introduction, have a taste, and tell us what you think. That's a big slice, my friend.
Yes, it is.
What are your names?
I'm Rochelle Rosenberg.
I'm Tony Atkinson.
I'm Suzanne Meister.
All right, give our taste testers a nice round of applause.
We got to eat with our hands, apparently. You got some forks down there, guys, anywhere? If not, seriously, we'll just eat with our hands. Come on, dude, we can do it. All right, there's a little nugget for you, and we'll split this in half.
All right.
All right, I'm seeing some nodding, guys. I'm seeing a little bit of eyes closed and nodding. Either they're thinking about how to destroy my life and career, or they're enjoying themselves. Now, you just introduced yourself casually, but who really are you?
I am an exclusive color artist for Marvel.
Oh.
So I will say my spider sense was going off watching you use the bagels for the crust. Wasn't sure how that was going to turn out, but it is great.
Amazing.
It's really amazing. And the guava really helps balance and uplift the cream cheese in the cheesecake. So cheesecake can tend to be super heavy, but the guava really helps like brighten it up.
Wow.
So well done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I have to echo with what Rochelle had just said. I'm not a huge guava fan, but this has converted me over. And I was, Rochelle and I watch Justin all the time on Food Network, and getting to experience this is just mind-blowing for me.
Wow.
But the crust, I didn't realize bagels could be used as a crust, and now it's something special. So
Yes.
thank you.
Heck yeah,
Very
thank you,
good,
thank you.
very good.
And you're a chef, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm a sous chef.
Okay. That doesn't mean you're without opinion.
Oh no, this was delicious.
Yeah?
My tongue was tingling from the zesting of the lime, which was awesome.
Okay.
And it balances really nice with the guava.
I love it.
And I love the dense cheesecake.
Okay. Do you want to give it a real shot? Because honestly, I love you guys and I care about you guys very much. But if DMC doesn't like what we've done here, I've failed, as Spider-Man has done often. You took a big bite. That was not a TV bite. That's a
No.
real bite.
Because I love cheesecake. And I love Spider-Man. I love Queens. I'm not blowing you up here, but that is the best cheesecake I've ever had. And I've had a lot of cheesecakes in my time. What's amazing is the consistency of the cheesecake and the texture is phenomenal. But like you said, the bagel crust is ridiculous. It takes you to another place that you have never experienced before. It's simply superb.
You hear that, Mom?
It's simply superb, Mom. Your son has got it going on.
Maybe bagels are my secret weapon as well. Who knew? Maybe they can be yours.
That is some good cheesecake, man.
Well, thank you very much. So we
Really
have
good.
a whopping minute and 23 seconds left and counting.
Yes.
Tasters, thank you very, very much.
Thank
we
you,
certainly
thank you.
appreciate your incredible sacrifice here today. Thank
Your
you so
awesome
much.
sacrifice.
So do you have anything else you would like to hype?
Yes, I have new music coming out very soon. I got an album called DMC, but that DMC stands for Dynamic Musical Collaborations.
Oh, my.
Featuring Sammy Hagar, Joan Jett, Tim Armstrong from Rancid, Sebastian Bach, Mick Mars from Motley Crue, Chuck D, and a whole bunch of other amazing artists and musicians.
I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. So,
And I'm at booth E28. Like I
E28.
said, if you go there and there's somebody else there, say hi to that person.
all right. So this cheesecake was done very precise and calculated and measured. There was no freestyling about it.
Right, no. It's very, very good.
We've got 29 seconds left. My job here is done.
Yes. Oh, you want to rhyme? Captain America, Civil War. Whose side you on? Who you fighting for? Tony Stark wants to obey the law, but Mr. Steve Rogers wants to go outlaw. What would you do if you had to fight and give up your life for what you believe is right? Deep down inside, do you know the answer? Do you have the pride like the Black Panther? Would you jump on a team like a spider can? Because you can jump on the wall like Spider-Man? Or would you say, oh no, I can't, man, and try to do it big like you was Ant-Man? Life is full of many decisions. You gotta have the wisdom and the vision of vision. A superhero like D, when it comes to war, I am coming like the Hulk and the mighty Thor.
Eat the universe, everybody. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you, New York.
Thank you.
I have chills.